Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly for pricing. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we are discussing a Baselworld 2016 launch, 39.5 millimeters in white gold. This is the Patek Philippe 5930G-010 World Time Chronograph. An impressive timepiece with a multitude of functions. It is a truly impressive watch in every regard. Sporty enough to be casual, formal enough to wear with a suit, and of course you have a number of functions ranging from world time to chronograph that make this a master of many trades. An option on a smaller wrist, the timepiece 39.5 millimeters in diameter, wears well on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. As you can see, very little overlap at the edge, as the watch is sufficiently narrow across the wrist, 48 millimeters, that you'll find it wears well on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Now, it's not thick at 13.2 millimeters, but it has a nice broad spacing between the lugs at 21 millimeters, so it has a handsome and contemporary, well-planted stance on the wrist. Again, down the barrel one more time, the cuff shot, and you can see that it will fit underneath most tight sleeves or dress cuffs. Looking at the hardware and the software, the watch includes a navy blue large rectangular scale alligator leather strap with a monotone stitch, a sheer cut edge showing the layers of leather, a semi-gloss finish on the underside, calfskin. Note the use of pull tab spring bars so that you can quickly and easily remove the strap without tools. And then Patek includes a matching white gold single folding clasp with the Calatrava cross motif on the top, and that is the logo of the brand. Rolling back to the case, you can see it is handsome and strong, with the lugs beveled on their side and then stepped out from the case band, giving them a separate sculptural appearance. The case is all of high polish, lugs, mid-case, bezel as well, and you can see the bezel has two distinct dimensions. There's this lip abutting the sapphire, and then there's this outer conical portion. You have vintage-inspired rectangular pushers. Note that their tops and their flanks are satin finished, but their outer faces are polished. Calatrava cross on the crown, push-down crown, 30 meters water resistance. You can see that there is a remarkable camber to the sapphire. It is a box section, so it's not a cheap and flat-looking sapphire. It's a rather expensively spec'd one with a little bit of loft over the dial. The dial is a combination of silver, white, and blue. As you can see at center, a lovely barleycorn cut guilloche at center, applique white gold indices, white gold hands, the better to resist tarnish and oxidation over time. You set your city of reference at 12 o'clock, and what happens is you use the travel trigger to change your reference city. So I go to Bangkok, Thailand, and the watch does all the math for me. Now, if, for example, I want to make some adjustments and leave the city reference ring stationary, I can easily do that using the crown. There is a 24-hour counterclockwise rotating reference ring, and you can see half of it's silver, that's where it's day, and half of it is blue, that's where it's night. So what you do is you read the hour adjacent to the reference city, 24 reference cities, 24 principal time zones, and then you simply read the minute hand, so you can read the time in all 24 principal time zones at a glance using this world time system. Let's take a quick look right here, and turning it all over, there's a push adjuster that allows you to cycle the Louis Coutier designed world time system, a famed watchmaker from the first half of the 20th century. His is the system we generally use for world time today. Now, the movement, 28-520, a very impressive caliber. One of the most impressive things about it is that it's properly sized for the case. Although it was not designed for this watch, it was designed for the 5960. This is a movement that nicely fills out the case back, so you don't have a disparity between movement size and case size. Unidirectional winding with ceramic rotor bearings for efficiency and durability. It has a 55-hour power reserve. It beats away at 8 beats per second. The 38 jewel movement is adjusted, as you can see, in 6 positions, and it has a silicone hairspring with the Patek Philippe seal. So when you have the Gyromax style free-sprung balance, the silicone hairspring, 6-position adjustment, and the Patek Philippe seal, Patek attests that the watch will run to at least -3 + 2 seconds per day or better. The chronograph is a flyback chronograph. You can reset and restart without first stopping the watch. It also has a vertical clutch mechanism, which means you can engage the chronograph with no jump or stagger to the chronograph seconds hand. Also, a credit to the vertical clutch, you can leave the chronograph running full time if you so choose, with no additional wear and tear to the movement. There is a column wheel, albeit a somewhat unconventional looking column wheel, but the system allows for crisp actuation and positive pusher feel for the chrono. Mirrored beveling on the edge of every bridge, black polished screw heads, circular Cote de Genève, engine turning on both the rotor and the base plate, satination on the steel components of the chronograph, and you can see that not only are the screw heads black polished, but their slots and their circumference have been chamfered, and not only are the steel parts of the chronograph satinated on their top, they too are mirror beveled on their edge, so finishing is first rate. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. Back with the 5930 World Time Chronograph.